Dustin shocked me because we were shooting a scene.
Yes, look, you're going to have to do what you're going to have to do, and I'm going to have to do what
I'm very sorry about this.
Okay.
My wine glass was sitting there, and he just, with his hand, brushed it so that it whizzed by my nose and broke on the wall, and little pieces of glass.
Hollywood Unmasked, Meryl's secret hit list. Dustin shocked me because we were shooting a scene. This look, you're going to have to do what you're going to have to do. I'm very sorry about this. My wine glass was sitting there, and he just, with his hand, brushed it so it whizzed by my nose and broke on the wall. Little pieces of glass everywhere. No one ever expected this from Meryl Streep. For nearly 5 decades, she protected her reputation with the grace of a diplomat. No scandals, no public grudges. But at 76, something cracked. In a rare moment of disarming honesty, she finally admitted the truth. There were actors she didn't just clash with. She hated them. And when the names left her lips, Hollywood froze. These weren't minor co-stars. They were giants. Once you hear the reasons, you'll never watch their scenes the same way again. Number 1. Alec Baldwin. For Meryl Streep, acting is a discipline, deliberate, precise, and rooted in emotional truth. Alec Baldwin, however, thrives on spontaneity. When the two were cast in It's Complicated, director Nancy Meyers hoped for balance. Instead, it triggered a silent war. Streep's posture stiffened whenever Baldwin rewrote a line mid-scene. To her, his unpredictability undermined the emotional core of the film. Baldwin shrugged it off as her overthinking. Years later, Streep offered only a pointed, "We had different philosophies." Baldwin was more blunt. "Oh, Meryl hated me, absolutely." Number 2. Kevin Kline. On the outside, Sophie's Choice looked like perfect casting. But inside the rehearsal room, the atmosphere was toxic. Streep spent months studying Holocaust survivor testimonies and learning Polish. Kevin Kline found this excessive. During a tense rehearsal, he reportedly asked, "Are you sure the audience cares more about your vowel sounds than what she's feeling?" To Streep, that wasn't a question, it was a wound. After filming, Kline called her method academic. For the woman who bled for that role, it was a slap in the face. She has reportedly vetoed every script that would have reunited them ever since. Number 3. Jack Nicholson. Narrator. This is one of the great Cold Wars of cinema. Studios were desperate to pair them for years, but everything collapsed because of a single philosophy. Nicholson famously called preparation intellectual masturbation. For Streep, who views acting as a moral duty, it was an attack on the craft itself. Nicholson laughed off her intensity, calling her tightly wound. One casting director summarized it best. Jack represents everything Meryl thinks is wrong with stardom. Number 4. Dustin Hoffman. Their collision on Kramer vs. Kramer is legendary for all the wrong reasons. Hoffman was a soldier of the method, a believer in chaos. Without warning or consent, Hoffman slapped Streep across the face during a scene to force reality. For Streep, it wasn't acting, it was a violation. The tension grew as Hoffman threw real objects and screamed unscripted insults. Even after they both won Oscars, the battlefield remained scorched. Streep's final verdict? Professionally productive, but personally intolerable. Number 5. Gwyneth Paltrow. To Streep, Paltrow represented the rise of effortless stardom, fame built on privilege rather than the grind. While Hollywood celebrated Paltrow's elegance, Streep remained silent. The divide crystallized at the Oscars when Paltrow won Best Actress for Shakespeare in Love, while Streep's more demanding work in One True Thing went unrecognized. Insiders say Streep viewed it as a marketing contest rather than an acting one. Paltrow later admitted to a publicist, "Meryl's never liked me. I don't know what I ever did." Number 6. Jeremy Irons. On paper, a perfect match. In reality, a disaster. During The French Lieutenant's Woman, Streep's meticulous accent work grated on Irons. He reportedly asked her, "Don't you think the audience will care more about the feeling than the phonetics?" The air changed instantly. Streep didn't argue. She simply hardened. Irons found her indulgent. Streep found him vacant. They stood inches apart on screen, delivering lines that vibrated with a tension the script never called for. They were in the same scene, but in 2 different worlds. Even the most decorated actress of her generation carried silent battles that shaped her career in ways the public never saw. 6 icons, 6 stories, and a lifetime of unspoken grudges finally brought into the light. But which of these clashes surprised you the most? Is Meryl too tightly wound, or were these actors out of line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dive stories like this.